What are those items, Dark Falls?
Well, we do have the lovely mirrored overworld to begin. Yeah, we do. Our items are what we're going to be looking for are uh, our wand, for example. Hold on 1 second.
Well, if we're going to hold on 1 second, I think we're going to hold off because you can hardly hear us.
Yes.
But we're going to check to see what's going on.
Okay, so I think my volume's that part where I'm not deafened. So we're looking for our wand, of course, right off the bat. We will be looking for our bow and our silvers, and we'll be looking for most likely the latter. And with this being a mixed first quest overworld, that's going to make a higher emphasis on the recorder power and power bracelet.
The big thing is you want to find out where your big items are in this game. Getting 32 rupees from the secret, that's a decent early find. You want to definitely find where what would be normally the wood sword but turned into the candle in this case, because that's the way the game works in this swordless mode. As TruantGamer having a little difficulty getting into the cave, finally is able to do so, but down to a heart. It's gonna have to dodge these gorillas pretty strongly.
So we are also playing with a random dungeon trick. So that means our dungeons could be a little interesting. They could be all straight first quest, all straight second quest, or a mixed quest set.
And we'll get some hints about what these are going to be when they pop into an actual dungeon. Looks like TruantGamer is going to pop over here towards the coast area. Finds any roads at this point and go ahead and explore them. We do see that gorillas and dark nuts inhibit this overworld,
which at this point most likely means that Lionels and Wizards are underneath, so combat could be interesting.
It could be. 18 rupees seems to be the door repair charge, and yeah, this is not a fun screen to have to walk through. You may be trying to see if you can't do some damage boosting to get yourself through it. Maybe using the well, there he goes. Nice damage used by his Crystal Saber. Gets rewarded with an arrow shot with a 20 rupee heart.
I like how Truant was checking out the arrows to see if he can get over to the forest a little bit quicker. He was really on kind of the ping to get that armor item right away.
Absolutely. If it's something like the wand, like we saw in the case of the match last week, it could be a big find. If it isn't something like that, well, well, at least you know what the Armos is, but it's a free item. 129. That is the value of our top secret in the seed.
It'll be really interesting what dungeon set we have. We have straight second quest, for example. We have some key money, and that can help us out quite a bit.
And so therefore, Truant does not see the Armos item there, so he's down to 2 possible locations inside of the forest. But there is the candle for the wood sword item.
Nice to get that out of the way. It is always in an open cave, but finding that open cave can be a little tricky sometimes.
That's going to help him with the routing as he makes his way in this direction. Now he knows which Armos is going to be the item, but it's going to have to dodge these blue dark nuts first. Finds a potion shop at this point, and we'll go ahead and leave Crystal Saber heading on over towards level 3. Now we know that he's not going to find the candle over this direction, and it is the ladder. So we now have another free item up for grabs, and he's going to book it on over towards the coast.
While the ladder's a fantastic find, it doesn't really do much for us offensively unless it gives us our coast item.
Yeah.
And if our coast item is something a red candle or a ladder, that's a wand, that's awesome.
So 8.
If our coast item is just a bomb pack, that's not so great.
So 832 and over 120 rupees. That is the value of all our secrets this go around. One more stop here for TruantGamer before we get the idea of what is going to be the coast item. If this is a big item, then that's a nice advantage here for TruantGamer. Crystal Saber's in a little bit of trouble, but it is the wooden boomerang. So it's nice, but not nice at the same token.
In a swordless set like this, I will take a boomerang any day, especially when you're only 4 minutes in. So at least you can kind of stun things, you can kind of group them together, save yourself some bombs. It's definitely not the worst thing you can find.
It definitely isn't the worst thing that you can find, but you're hoping at that point it's either the red candle or the wand to give yourself that stable weapon. So we have now gone 5 minutes in this seed. Nobody has found a level just yet.
With it being a mixed overworld, it's not surprising. I mean, they don't have any bombs yet, so it could be in pretty much anywhere. No open caves have any levels yet, but they could be all quarter blocked, for example, if there's a lot more power presence spots. So they could just be hiding really good tonight.
Ooh, Crystal Saber deciding to use the money to purchase a candle. Now, this is not going to be a bad decision for Crystal Saber, and I'll tell you why. Because routing is very important. You want to try to be able to get things in one fellow swoop as opposed to making multiple directions. And what is the first level we find? Level 9. Now, that is a first quest, level 9, by the way.
So that means our 7th through 8 will all be first quests at the very least, so we don't have to do a second quest 8.
Darn. But that means we are going to have to deal with the first quest level 9 a little bit further down the road.
Yeah, everyone loves that dungeon, huh?
And it's even bigger if there is an important item inside.
Nacho Bado, yes, we will have first quest level 7, so that's another fun dungeon that we'll have to deal with.
We do find out that the recorder is the white sword item.
It's going to give us some transport. We'll see if we need to take out any dig doggers.
Turns out that burn bush does not work out for Crystal Saber. He did get the burn bush at the right spot, so we know that just is simply not a burn bush in this case. Crystal Saber doing pretty good to just stay away from damage down to this 1 heart. We do find ourselves a blue ring shop if he chooses to pick one up. So does TruantGamer, 242 rupee.
I think you would agree with me when I say Crystal Saber's damage avoidance is probably better than anyone else's in this game.
And there might be a reason for that, isn't there, Dark Falls?
Well, I mean, he has beaten first and second quests fully damageless. He's beaten it swordless damageless, I believe. So yeah, he's pretty good at the game.
Something blindfold as well.
Yeah, he can do that too. So yeah, he's kind of good at the game.
So far we have found all of 1 level at the 8-minute mark. And it's a level that we can't do anything about because it's level 9.
It'd be interesting if we had to find a couple more heart containers to get that flute, and then use that flute to find most of our dungeons.
So you see what TruantGamer did. Now, because he couldn't really recognize the fact that you can base whether or not you're in first quest or second quest 9 based on where you start off in that map. It's further to the right, so it's first quest level 9. But he went up to the room with the old man. And as such, he looked to see how many doors there are. If there's 2, then you're in first quest level 9. If there's 3, then you're in second quest 9.
Crystal Saber finding our second dungeon, level 8. So 2 items, but it tends to be pretty big, and we'll see what the combat's like.
And it does have some Lionels inside of here, which unfortunately that blue candle's not going to really solve them. Now he can clear out this room with the key, so you're going to see him come in and leave and come back in just a second. Check to see what that room here is. That Aquamentus is a single block. That very well could be one of our push blocks to reveal a staircase, either the transport staircase or one of the 2 items here at this level 8. There's the map for Crystal Saber. We do find out that it is the line once again, as we already knew it was going to be the first quest version. There's a heart container for TruantGamer, and I believe that this is at vanilla level 1. I'm surprised Crystal Saber did not get to this spot, considering the fact that he's got 3 hearts. Looks like TruantGamer, by the way, was trying to kill off the blue Octorok, trying to hope that he could kill him first for the chance for some bombs. Unfortunately, the red Octorok was a very, very weak enemy and killed him first. 4 hearts, enough for the white sword item.
That's great to pick up, especially this early, because, as we said, it can move us around the overworld. And name that tuner.
I'm not giving Fred the satisfaction.
I think if you're a Crystal Saver, at this point, you're really, really hoping for a bomb shop.
Yeah, unfortunately, what Crystal Saver's about to find out now is that this is the location of the candle itself. And we have not seen a bomb shop just yet, which is giving me the idea that it may become the rare shop. And Barry had a little lamb. I'll give you that answer there, Dark Falls, but I'm not going to give Freddy satisfaction. Or it could be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know.
I was going to say Twinkle Twinkle.
Various variations in what it can be.
We'll just call it a nursery rhyme and leave it at that. So we really kind of want to find levels 1, 2, 3, depending on what quests they're in, just so we can start getting a little bit of weaponry, hopefully.
I actually like Adigenos' answer to this name that tune competition here. Is TruantGamer trying to stave off or starve off a death here?
Yeah, I like that answer myself.
No bomb shops just yet. Here's a good chance to maybe see if you can't get some of the red Gorillas. It turns out it looks like they're 2 HP, so TruantGamer's going to reload the screen, see if he can't try to strike these guys again, get a bomb chance. There's a heart, but no bomb chance after. Ooh.
Well, Saber will find his candle, his ladder momentarily, I should say, so he'll be happy about that, but he really wants some offense.
Both of these runners want some offense as TruantGamer gets himself into level 8.
We'll see what our fancy banana shenanigans Saber does when he gets to the coast.
Oh, just barely escaping the clutch of disaster. Had that almost ended up touching him. Ends up heading over to the open cave here and finds himself, well, there's a bomb upgrade, but that's the magical sword.
So if we really want that bomb upgrade, we need between 10 and 14 hearts to pick that up. So something tells me it's going to be sitting there for quite a while.
And I do apologize, that is not a bomb upgrade here in these bracket flags, it's just bombs. Where are these levels? We've only seen 2. Levels 8 and 9.
Yeah, it's kind of like an abnormality to be 14 minutes in and only having those 2 dungeons.
Crystal Saver is about to get his banana, but... Or maybe not. No, he's choosing not to do so. The big thing that Crystal Saver is trying to play this right now is avoid the damage here because he's down to a half of a heart.
He's probably going to show up one of our new fancier screen scrolls. Going to be able to check this raft spot without a raft.
It's only something that you can do on the mirrored overworld. And this is going to be a up and A after you collect the money. It's one of our 3 129 secrets.
Well, that caps out his money, so we'll see what he decides to do now. If I was him, I'd probably buy a couple keys.
Keys might be a good decision. We'll see how he chooses to plan out this seed. You know, Crystal Saber knows exactly what he's up to. Looks like TruantGamer's trying to do a screen scroll, which he does perfectly to get over towards the level 2 area.
Which is going to be a late because in mixed... Oh, he has a flute, so that's okay.
And it turns out to be a door repair charge. You drain my link, you owe me money.
Yeah, I forgot he had the flute already.
Shout out Sazrin, who's clicking the buttons in the background for us on this match, on this Friday evening match between TruantGamer and Crystal Saber. And Crystal Saber choosing... What is he choosing? Oh, he doesn't know!
He was trolling me, probably, because I'll just say Mikey.
I don't know what he's debating between at this point. Either getting the key or the ring, but we'll find out in due time, I guess.
I think he's trying to bring his count to a bomb chance on that one.
Well,
so
we know that Crystal Saber's... Yeah, we know Crystal Saber ain't going to be buying that blue ring at this point, now considering the fact that he purchased the arrow.
I like the arrow purchase. We can't use those until we get a bow, though. But once we do get that bow, that's repeatable offense. And now the bow will probably be in level 9 just because of that, right? Saber about to find his heart at vanilla 1, probably. I've had that before, Ranger Smith. It's not fun. So Crystal Saber does get into the cave, gets his heart, gets him 4, so he'll go grab his recorder momentarily as well. Gonna try and take out one of these blue rock rocks, but I don't think he can with just a candle. I think they have too much HP. Saber going away from the recorder, which is interesting. He's probably gonna check out in 5 hearts now, though. You can still buffer the left to right swap as far as screen scrolls go, but that's anything from left to right. I don't think there's really too many that can help you with. Crystal Saber does grab his recorder though, so he is kind of equal up on knowledge now.
So TruantGamer is about to go ahead and pick up his 129 rupees, as Crystal Saber is going to go ahead and check these recorder spots as well. So we are still playing Where Are the Dungeons?
I think they're kind of playing Where Are My Bombs at the moment.
You see that 4 next to Crystal Saber's number, though? He actually does have some bombs. For the first time in 18 minutes, we have a runner with bombs.
Yeah, thankfully the Guerrilla was kind to him.
I mean, there's an enemy that can be kind to you at this game. I kind of was starting to question that here at this point, as TruantGamer ends up checking the graveyard area. And here's the problem: without any Triforces, you don't know whether or not a screen is actually a recorder spot or not immediately, because you would otherwise find that whirlwind that comes around.
Yeah, you kind of have to give it like 3 to 4 seconds to see if it comes or not, and then you know you can just kind of walk on. I like the screen scroll into level 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a door repair charge, as we already saw from TruantGamer just a few moments ago, who also pulled off that similar move. And we do know that screen right there that TruantGamer was on was not going to be a recorder spot, because that screen there, that forest screen, does actually change the color of the trees slightly to let you know that that is actually something that works. Kind of like how the lake drains here. Yeah, that turns out to just to be a potion shop. My goodness. Where are our dungeons, friends?
We're either going to have a very heavy casino corner, or we're going to have a very heavy, Death Mountain area.
I am thinking at this point, Death Mountain. My goodness. It just seems like at this point that it just seems so strange that we've gone this far without actually getting anything of progression, or rather of a dungeon. TruantGamer deciding, is he going to choose the key? He does choose the key.
To answer, Ariana Girl plays. The recorder is actually changed at the moment. That is one of the new options for the randomizer. It can play one of over 80 different songs at this point. Just a fun little cosmetic change. Has no impact on the game.
Just what you hear in the game. It's like you just said, it is cosmetic. Now, one of the things I will point out here is you're seeing these runners here. They're choosing the decisions to get what they are getting. I like the decision to pick up a key because you want to be able to make some progression when you actually go out into various dungeons. As TruantGamer does the screen scroll that you can only do in this inversion mode or the mirrored mode to get to the open cave in Death Mountain. Nice move. It turns out to be a hint shop. We don't know what those hints are because, well, we don't have a book that will help translate the old men for us.
Yeah, the old men don't want to talk to us until we show them some books.
How many books do you need to show them?
Just one.
What book is it? Is it War and Peace or Tale of Two Cities?
Well, I mean, they are old men, so who knows what kind of book they want.
I will say I like Random Effects' idea of putting Holy Diver as one of the recorder tunes.
TruantGamer doing the nice clip into Vanilla Lake area by a Vanilla 5. Just another one of those new catchy screen scrolls you can do. And he might be heading up to Death Mountain now. No, gotta go back towards the Deadwoods.
I think what TruantGamer's going to do is he's going to do the Any Roads over. Or, yeah, he's going to take the Any Roads. He's heading back up to Death Mountain.
Crystal Saber doing the same. Bombs one spot to the right, though. There he goes. He got the second time. See, I like this play by Crystal Saber. Not having any dungeons this far into the seed, you kind of have to start thinking it's up here somewhere. At least one or two have to be up here.
Yeah, and he tried to time it so he can get that Octorok. He did not get... Oh, there's our bomb shop. 10 rupee bombs. Nice.
And there's not too far from start. Go ahead.
So now we know where the bomb shop is. Crystal Saber might be a frequent shopper of that store as we move along.
And also, did you see the pressing that key? That's only $70 for a key. That's awesome.
That might be a little annoying for TruantGamer, who spent 110 rupees for that at the other shop. And hey, we have a level! Dark Falls, we have a level!
Well, they do exist, and it's looking like it's going to be, I want to say Q2 for.
Actually, I think this might be 1Q4. I don't see anything that's suggesting to me this is the letter D at this point. Ooh, this is a nice dicey screen to try to get that key. Ah! Good job, save her!
Plays throw the Lionel and still gets his key. Yeah, this actually is 1Q4, you're right.
Ooh, the red candle's an 8! Nice permanent weapon for TruantGamer. And there's the Triforce for Saber. That is 1Q4 based on that Triforce placement, by the way.
So it's looking like we are straight first quest, which is not bad.
And Saber's ducking out of that level 4 without a permanent weapon at this point. So it looks like TruantGamer is trying to store up a bomb count going on right now, which is a very good and fantastic decision.
It was poor Aquamentus that we couldn't kill when we were here before that was having our red candle.
Yeah, now that you have a few bombs, you can actually kill it, get yourself a stable weapon. And now this room here, we're going to see what TruantGamer tries to do. Gets a 5 rupee out of that, so he may have miscounted, and, well, he gets hit with a red bubble. What do red bubbles do in this mode here, Dark Falls?
So Fred put some new toys into the randomizer.
We found another level. It's 3!
3 is also one of those ones that we want to find early. Usually just has a quick, easy item until you see red bubbles around it. So our red bubbles actually reverse our control, so they are kind of a pain in the butt. But when you're crystal saving, you can just pause your way around everything. It's not as bad. But
Gotta love a screen of red bubbles followed by blue bubbles.
Followed by bunnies.
This is gonna be a dicey room. Now, this is the kind of room where buying that arrow that Crystal Saver did earlier may come in beneficial help should he find the bow anytime soon.
Going to play Bomb the Vire, see if we can get some more bombs off him.
Yeah, we don't know if they can be bombed, though. Yes, they can.
Wow.
Nice bomb drop there, plus the room drop of bombs for Crystal Saver. Ooh, pulls voice together with wish robes. Oh boy.
That's a fun combo. And super ropes, of course, because why not?
Well, at
3
least they
HP,
can
not
be
bad.
killable. Yeah, they can be killable in 3 HP, which is a nice help at this point. Fortunately, he had the candle just a little too low, and what that did is made it so Crystal Saver couldn't kill that rope. He's got to get it a little lower to have the bounce back and have the candle flame last long enough. Oh, this is an unfortunate room here for Crystal Saver. If only he had a red candle like TruantGamer does.
Choosing to use his bombs instead of taking the up A. Well, he'll get a Triforce out of it. He passes it for now.
He's going to pass it because he wants to see if this reverse C room has the item. Ooh,
Oh, it's definitely...
Hi there, Dig Dogger. How you doing, buddy?
Well, we do have a recorder already, so that's not the worst thing.
Yeah, but you gotta try to kill him real fast. 2 bombs. Or maybe more. Oh, there we go. Perfect kill. And it is a push block. Is this an item? At this level 8. It is. It's the any key. Crystal Saver gets the heart container. Now what you really want to see, but you will add it to your arsenal at this point since you went through the trouble of getting it. TruantGamer's got both items out of his 8. He just wants now to find that Triforce.
So, between the heart and the Triforce, which, the heart and the Aniki, which one do you want here?
Any key.
Yeah.
Especially
same.
considering the fact that you only had 1 in your inventory at this point. Now you don't have to worry about killing rooms to get keys to start moving around. You can preserve your items. You can preserve your resources for the rooms that you need to kill, like the push block rooms or the Triforce rooms.
So now Crystal Saver does know where level 8 is. He has been there. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was back there before too long.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hadn't explored any more of that level 4 to see if he couldn't find a quick item there, but It is one of those cases where you found a quick Triforce, you see the enemies in there, you're going to be going and deciding to go somewhere. Oh, TruantGamer takes a death on the final Lionel. That's a bad death to take. And the reason why that's a bad death to take is because he didn't leave the room. So if he were to go back in, he'd just have to deal with all those Lionels once again.
Saber is, in fact, staying up on that Death Mountain, so it wouldn't surprise me if I'm going to find at least one more dungeon up here.
I think either he's going to find the next dungeon or TruantGamer is, and TruantGamer does. It is level 7, 1Q7.
So, not really one we wanted to find, but at least we do have it. And I think Saber kind of left level 4 because he does have that flute, so if he needs to go back there, he can.
Good point. Yes, absolutely. I did not even think of that. But that is an excellent point right there. We do see more Pole's voice in here. And so the question now is, are we going to find Wiz Robes in here, or are we going to find a different enemy set? And it's mummies and Tektites, which means that the Pole's voice are the communal group here, which means they are going to be in 2 of the 3 enemy sets. Those arrows could still come in handy.
Yeah, it really depends on where our bow is hiding and how long it takes to get it.
And the problem is that the bow could very well be in level 9, just like all the required items of this game. Those 5 items that otherwise can't be in 9.
Crystal Saber choosing to check out the ladder bomb spots, which is good because people kind of tend to forget about those.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it looks like this time around, you're not going to have to worry about those spots. They are not anything this seed.
Old man taunting a little bit. Just taking Saber's money.
We find our diamond staircase here. We do not know if this is going to be the item, but in this case, it is not. It is going to be one of our staircases that brings us to the other side. Now, the good thing about having levels not too far away from the bomb shop is Crystal Saber can whistle his way back over this direction anytime he wants to get a replenishment on bombs.
Yeah, it's going to open up a little bit more of his leniency in spending those bombs. He'll be able to use them a little bit more haphazardly.
You know, while TruantGamer does not have these Triforce pieces to his name at this point, I want to say that, you know, it's tough to mark Crystal Saber as being in the lead at this point, because yes, he does have the 2 Triforces over TruantGamer's 0, but TruantGamer does have the stable permanent weapon of the red candle at this point, which can be an advantage. And also the any key. It's going to be kind of difficult to determine who's going to be in the lead until these 2 kind of balance out with each other.
Yeah, I would definitely say at this point they're still kind of even at worst. Pal, I'm bringing up a good point that Crystal Saber does have the bomb shop that he can go to whenever he wants to. So now, if you're Crystal Saber, when would you go back to level 8?
I think what Crystal Saber really wants to do at this point is to try to find where levels 1 and 2 are. Because if you can find where levels 1 and 2 are, and they have something nice inside of either one of those 2, then you have less of a dependency of going back to level 8 at this point. But we'll all see how it goes a little bit later on. We do get the bomb upgrade. It is an expensive bomb upgrade, but TruantGamer gets +6 on his bomb capacity.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take a 6 bomb upgrade any time of the leak. So what Truant might do here is bomb these bats. These bats, and see if we can get rid of those bunnies. But it looks like the bunnies are actually the dominant enemy.
And another Aquamentus lurking around. Much needed fairy for TruantGamer. He was down to a half of a heart, although he just opted to do an up and A as it was.
Saber being a little unsure of where to put his bombs on the mirrored overworld. Had it one spot to the right, so he had to place the second one to make sure he got it.
Well, the other thing is that Saber's got to be careful as he's moving through here. Does not want to take the death. Oh, hi there. That's a nice place for a dig doctor. We've already seen that staircase. It's where you came out of the original staircase, I believe.
Yep, so both runners in the same dungeon. We'll see if they both find the item, though. At this point in this dungeon, Truant definitely has a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think this is where you might see the advantage of having the stable weapon as opposed to the limited resources of Crystal Saber. That's why it's hard to place who has a lead at this point. Nice heart container that was inside of a non-combat room. Now, we do also have to remember one thing. And we found out this in another seed. It's still possible in a first quest dungeon to have a second quest room pop up as the push block, isn't it?
Only if there's 8 second quest stuff in there. So it has to have the second half of the set has to be the Q2.
Okay, so if they're all one queue, we're not going to have that. So that dig dugger that's in this room that Saber's in right now will not be a staircase then.
Correct, because we have no Q2 dungeons, so therefore there is no second quest rooms.
And just to point out, because people are talking about it, there is no such thing as an early wand guarantee in this seed. In fact, some of our longest seeds took over 2+ hours because, why is it Dark Falls? Wand in 9.
Wand combat blocked 9 at that.
Ooh, Saber using those pile strats and lurking around. Being extra careful with those red bubbles. Did not want to get his controls inverted. Still trying to be careful. Almost went head first into a Pole's voice. That's where the Saber pile strats come in handy, because otherwise, if you were a different kind of runner, you may have ended up taking the 2 heart loss at that point.
And Saber opted not to get the upgrade for now. May want to spend that one bomb that I was going to go back to.
Yeah, I think he wanted to spend the bomb, then buy it, so he could get more value for the bomb upgrade.
Definitely
Great decision.
Wise play. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, we find 1. Nice level find for TruantGamer. Bad enemy set.
Yeah, Lionel's everyone's favorite.
And we find the Staffos in this room here. Now, this is going to be a room that TruantGamer can finish off. He may do it just to depopulate it so he doesn't have to worry about them on the other way through. But because it's a dark room, it will never be the second or the floor drop item, nor will it be the Triforce.
Those Stalfos are doing their best to imitate a Lionel by throwing their swords around.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in the swords from the Staffos because they can get very, very painful if you're not careful.
Yeah, just like a Lionel, they do 2 full hearts worth of damage on Green Tunic.
And this is where it's unfortunate if you get hit by a like here. You gotta spend your bombs in order to get away from them. Otherwise, you're gonna try to just red candle them down. Saber's still trying to make his way through this level 7. And the other thing that's going to come into play for Saber is the fact that he's got 0 keys because he didn't get to 8 with the any key.
Just bunnies everywhere in this level 7.
do find the Triforce in level 1. That is the first Triforce pickup for TruantGamer. See whether or not he chooses to go back in and try to find the item.
Yeah, I kind of think at this point in the seed you have to go back into this level 1.
It's level 1. You have to. And that is just a key, so TruantGamer says no, it's not going to be worth my time to face off against those those likes. Pancakes, I guess, is what I should be calling them. So he's going to try to kill these Lionels, and you notice that he's doing the right... Oh, nice clock! You saw him try to do the half tile, where he was one half tile to the right of the Lionel. That's because in this game, you can stand on the tile to the right. Those Lionels will throw their beam swords at you, but it will never hit you.
Yeah, the lovely hitboxes in Zelda 1 kind of skew to the left just a tad.
There's a heart container. Now, we do know, based on the heart container in 3, that is not the coast heart, since we've already seen that. Here is the first of the items. This is going to be the staircase item, a beautiful diamond staircase you can clip past, as it is the book. And TruantGamer, without any knowledge of what else is going on in this seed, is going to pick up that book. And that is because of one reason: it translates the old men.
Crystal Saver decided to go back and pick up that banana.
Have to see if he decides at some point to go into that level 8 at this point. There's the compass, but TruantGamer has already seen the Triforce, so now he's going to head down to the southern part, is looking for a floor drop. So we'll see where TruantGamer decides to go. He's not going to spend the bomb there because he's got the any key, so the keys are not a concern. Ooh, well, maybe the keys should have been a concern. And guess who's back in level 8?
I think everyone can be concerned about that Mola.
That's going to be a nice kill there for TruantGamer, down to a heart, so he's going to have to be careful in this Lionel dungeon. 1-1!
Now that is a very large pickup for TruantGamer.
That is huge, as Crystal Saber now picks up his red candle, but TruantGamer has the weapon, the wand. This is the biggest weapon you can find in the swordless mode, because now you have the weapon that's going to be able to help kill Ganon. You still got to find the bone of the silvers down the road here, but that also can kill the Gleox if you find any. Also, until you find the bow, can help you do some combat against those Bull's Voice that you see in a lot of the dungeons.
Lets us kill our darkness on the overworld if we choose to as well.
Yeah, but you're going to only kill them if you absolutely have to. In this case, he's killing them just because they're just in his way at this point. But that is a huge find for a TruantGamer who is gotta be feeling pretty good about himself at this point.
I would see them killing orange ones quite a bit just because they drop bombs.
Oh, that is a good point. You probably could kill these ones. You're not touching the blue ones unless you absolutely have to. So Crystal Saver with 0 keys at this point, gonna hopefully try to get his way to the any key coming up. He's got to kill a Dig Dogger in order to get to it, and we'll see if he's able to do so in just a moment. If he goes to the room to the right, he'll be in that room with the Dig Dogger, but he chooses to go up at this point.
Sees the Dodongo and decides to, in fact, feed it.
Or maybe not, because the Dodongo does not really care for your attempts to actually kill it. Much needed key there for Crystal Saver at this 0 stature, or this 0 state. And there's the third and final of our 129 rupee big secrets.
Crystal Saver with the red candle is starting to make up quite a bit of good pace, though. Always nice when you actually kill stuff. The last mold armor head just kind of annoying him.
You mean the Lammo head? Ooh, TruantGamer taking a death here along the river.
They're basically the same thing.
One is more annoying than the other. Oh, here's Crystal Saver using the banana to try to store up a count, and I don't know if he did it the way that he needed to, and oh, this is not a room that you want to be doing the count on as it is. TruantGamer purchasing the potion with his newfound money. And nice room drop of the bombs right there for Crystal Saver. As Genos was pointing out in chat, the boomerang hits to the old man is 7. I'm thinking Crystal Saber wanted to get 8 and 9 on the old man before he went out the room, but the third hit ended up happening before he was able to leave the room, which made 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, Saber going to be looking quite a bit through his level 8. I mean, he still needs to find the Triforce anyway, so it's not going to hurt him too much.
Well, I don't know. Ooh, we find out some hints here. Take a look at TruantGamer. We now know something about the raft. Now there's the old news about the red candle. I saw something about the raft. And the book and wand. You gotta love it when you need the book to get the hint about the book. And we do find out that the raft is in 4, which will unlock one screen. Since we've already taken a look at the coast raft spot, Saver taking the death before he could get to the key. That's exactly what he was trying to do. And you can see that cursor movement. He is not happy with that death.
But that might send him over to the left part of the dungeon, though. So that might actually send him to where the ending key is.
Well, it will send him in the right direction, but still, it's not a fun death to see. And we see the second hint shop, Dig Dagger, Bow, and 5. Power Bracelet, 7. And finally, step over the water to get the boomerang. Old news. So we do not find out any information about the silver arrows, but we do get some very important information about the bow in level 5. Power Bracelet in 7 could still come into play. Crystal Saber getting the any key out of 8.
Yeah, so he's kind of back on even footing other than the wand. And he's actually kind of close to where level 1 is, so it wouldn't shock me to find that relatively soon also.
It's more of along the lines at this point with Crystal Saber is when he gets to 1, does he get the wand immediately? He will. I mean, you were in 1. There's 2 items. You gotta get them, especially considering the fact that you're still without major items at that point. It's just more of along the lines of TruantGamer has the better arsenal at this point. Saber has the numeral or the better Triforce count at this stage. We have still yet to find levels 2, 5, and 6 as chat points out. We'll get to see how long those levels become MIA. Ooh, there's a clock on there, which would be absolute death if he was able to grab, or if he tried to touch that before he dispatched that one Lionel.
Remember that raft that we were laughing about in level 4?
I don't think we were laughing about it. It was more of a, it's there, only unlocks one spot. I have a feeling what you're about to say, Dark Falls, is maybe it might actually unlock a level. There's the Triforce for Saber. That's a big find because of the fact that TruantGamer did not get that. And it was just one room north of that Lionel room that he took the death in.
Yeah, so he's going to have to go back there and clear more of that level 8. And he'll probably go to the northern part, too.
Well, he's got the wand, so it's not going to be quite as bad for TruantGamer when he does return. It's just the fact that he died one screen away from the Triforce. So that's backtrack percent there for TruantGamer. And another death for TruantGamer. And more bombs picked up here for Crystal Saber. So TruantGamer continuing through this level 4, trying to dispatch of these enemies. We do see that the Zols are at least 2 HP, what they normally are, because he's able to dispatch with them with the wand. So that's a good find here. Crystal Saber continuing with his exploration. I have a thought here that Crystal Saber might be going back into level 7. Yes, he is. And don't forget, with 3 levels still outstanding, we could still find Crystal Saber finding a very important level here down the road. Now, we know that TruantGamer is not going to find the Triforce on this side of this level 4. However, it is possible that he'll find the path to get to the raft. And again, we are still missing out on... Thank you for the news there, old man. Gliok lurks on Death Mountain. Gee, okay, thank you so much. That is such useful information. There's the rat pickup for TruantGamer. There is the compass for TruantGamer. He's going to make his way to this Triforce and get on out of this level. And there it is for TruantGamer. Now with the Triforce out of 1 and 4. Crystal Saber. Triforce is out of 3, 4, and 8. Crystal Saber doing the pawn stretch, trying to get away from the bubbles. Comes into this room with the Aquamentus. We know this had a bomb drop from earlier. There it is. So as we continue through this seed at this point, we know that somewhere down this road, Saber's going to have to find where level 1 is. We are still on the search, trying to find where levels 2, 5, and 6 are. And we know that level 5 has the bow per hint. TruantGamer knows that. Crystal Saber doesn't at this point. There's the bomb shop, and it does appear that that bomb shop is the rare shop. Crystal Saber is looking at the map here, trying to figure out what to do. Has determined that this is not going to work out for him. And so therefore, he is going to make his way along this coast as TruantGamer finding level 3. We know a heart container sits inside of this level. So TruantGamer getting bopped around by the bunny at this point, heading on over towards the left, and this is going to be the direction that will send him over to where he needs to go to get inside the heart container spot as well. As the Triforce here in this level 3, trying to be extra careful here, down to a half of a heart.
Server about to find level 1 though, so he'll be very happy to see that.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't take the death here, TruantGamer does suffer a death as Crystal Saber now in level 1 at Monocle Rock.
And Saber is going south first, so he's going in the right direction. I mean,
And
until the Lionel say hi to him.
Found the right direction.
Yeah, once the Lionel said hi to you, it's kind of tough. Saber taking a kind of rare death.
I'm surprised that Saber didn't decide to do an up and A to restore his health back up to 3 hearts entering this level 1. Probably thought he was going to be fine at that point. As TruantGamer continuing along this level 3 gets the hint about Aquanet waiting near the desert, but as you can see by TruantGamer's score count here, has already gotten the Triforce out of that level 1.
It could be one of those situations where he knows he's playing TruantGamer, who is very, very solid at this game. And he might not just want to take that one up A.
And that's the thing, is that both of these runners are extremely solid at this game. They both have a lot of talent. They both know how to randomizer. Of course, Crystal Saber, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, there's not much that really needs to be said about him because it's very well known about Crystal Saber's abilities. As Crystal Saber says no to the book.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know where the bow is, but at this point, he might just be feeling like he has to clear every dungeon anyway.
Well, the big thing for Crystal Saber is that he would be able to get that hint about the bow being in level 5, but at this point, or rather the power bracelet in 7 might be the bigger hint at this point. Saber looks like he's heading in the direction towards the Triforce first. TruantGamer just trying to body his way through the Pole's voice, and it did not end well.
We're missing 2 and 5 at the moment, correct?
6 as well.
Oh, okay. I thought we saw 6 earlier, but...
Nope. We have not seen 2, 5, or 6 at all. Of the levels that we know of that neither of these runners can really do much in, we know that 9 is at vanilla start. TruantGamer, having to use up a potion to get past these bunnies.
Saber grabs the Triforce in 1. We'll see if he stays or if he's going back in.
He's going back in, and this is going to be the move that helps him out here. He needs to get that wand out of this level 1. He needs to get it badly. He's got to deal with that the Lamb Mola in order to get it, but he will be extremely happy once he's able to do it, because that will happen at this.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay dealing with the Lamb Mola.
He should be fine. It's just he's got to deal with the Lamb Mola. And here's Mr. Lammo.
Well, the wand was actually down, though. He was in that free room just hanging out on the ground.
TruantGamer getting the Triforce out of level 3. 4 Triforce pieces for Crystal Saber. 3 Triforce pieces for TruantGamer.
Saber is going to clean out this room, and then he'll see his free wand just one more room away. Now, is this kind of situation where you check the open room first and come back if you need this one?
I think at this point, Crystal Saber's trying to kill these guys, and, well, he leaves a heart behind, but maybe hoping, oh, here we go, Dark Falls, here we go. Is this a level? It is!
Remember that laughter I was laughing about at the start of the seed?
Oh boy! And Saber left that behind in 4.
Sarah getting the news that he does have to go kill those two blue land moles.
Is this the item in 6? Note, it is the transport staircase. Saber sees the key inside of the light, decides nope. At this point, he knows that it has to be the Lamola. Perhaps. I'm guessing maybe he has to check this room to the left as well. Anyway, so TruantGamer is set to level 6 at first quest 4 to second quest 5.
Staircase.
We've already seen this one. Potential staircase. No, that is a room drop.
So we're trying to do everything in his power to avoid going back to deal with the land moles.
This is a move that most runners would end up doing. You know, you see the land mole, you're going to try to go to the room with least resistance. Unfortunately, it's not going to pay off here for Crystal Saber. He now knows he's got to go back in that room with the Lamola.
And you can see the cursor shaking. You can see his trademark cursor shake.
Ooh, this is not a fun room here, but it could possibly be a staircase room. Crystal Saber trying to tackle on against these Lamole here. Just has to get one of these knocked off if he possibly can.
Yep, just gotta kill one, then leave the room and come back in. The other one's magically dead as well. He does have 3 hearts, so he can take 1 hit if he really wants to go kind of dangerous.
He doesn't really want to do that at this point. He's down to 1 last piece. There he goes. Gets the fairy so he can stay in this room if he wants to. And oh, there it is. And there's the wand pickup for Crystal Saber. That's a nasty room to have it in, but he gets his reward.
Again, I think we're kind of back to that situation where we're kind of tied. Maybe a slight edge to Truant for having the raft and knowing where 6 is.
Oh, yeah. You have to give TruantGamers an advantage because Crystal Saber is going to do everything but go back to 4 at this point until he absolutely has to.
I mean, he does have the recorder, so he can just flute back there.
Well, he does, but it's going to be the matter of having to go back inside, dig the extra rooms in there, and it's going to be a little bit of time here, and he's wanting to find out where other things are at this point before he goes in there. There's the Triforce for TruantGamer. Is he going to leave, or is he going to go back in?
Silvers are still at large, so I would say probably goes back in.
Well, he knows the bow is in 5, but he is going to go back in. Saber going on to the recorder. Heads back to 1. Trying to see where he's going to recorder to. I am thinking he may go back to 7. And I am thinking he's going back to 7. Yep, that's exactly where he's going. With the wand in hand, he's going to go back to 7 and get that power bracelet. Now, he doesn't know that it's the power bracelet, but that is what's inside.
And he does have a lot of dungeon already marked off, so it could be pretty quick.
Here's our staircase in 6 for TruantGamer, and it is the red ring.
So while that's nice, it's not something that's required.
Never required.
If 6 is the last dungeon that Saber finds, he probably won't bother digging that up.
Never required, always accepted. And we know TruantGamers have been taking a lot of deaths in this seed here, Dark Falls.
Yeah, I mean, even Crystal Saber's gotten beat up a little bit in this seed, so it hasn't been combat friendly at all. So I think that means our silvers are either going to be in levels 2 or level 9, I want to say, Rick. Maybe 5? No, 5 has the...
Yeah, 5 has the bow.
But with his wand, Saber can just kind of smack the bunnies upside the head. And what was the first game that Saber got popular for, Rick?
Some bunny game.
He's channeling that game at the moment.
Here's the staircase. This will be the power bracelet for Crystal Saber. He doesn't know this at this point, but this will open up a bunch of other spots on the map. We do know that TruantGamer, unless he finds all the dungeons, will be hunting that power bracelet down. If you remember, TruantGamer took a death one room south of where the Triforce was here in this level 8. He's back and looking for more. He's looking for a glowing piece.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to the northern section though first, which you can't blame because that's where the higher density of rooms is.
Well, you can't do much when you find Zelda's room.
Well, no, I mean you're bound to find it sooner or later.
If I'm true and I'm just going north, there you go. There's the Triforce. Time to get on out of here. Where is this Triforce in 7? Could it be in that shoot room that we've seen numerous times with nothing but bunnies?
That would be mean. But it's possible.
It wouldn't put it past me in this game here, Dark Falls. This game has really not been nice to either of these runners, and TruantGamer's about to go back into level 7 at this point.
Well, here's our compass. And it's up in the very tip of the nose.
Oh, God, yeah, that's a great place for that thing.
So either or, Truant should find his item on his way up there, but that's quite the hike.
And he got cursed right now, so he's going to go back down, touch a blue bubble, and try this all over again. And, oh, Saber can't finish this.
Required Tridongos for a Triforce. That is brutal.
Oh, this is not going to work here. And you tell based on that movement there for Crystal Saber, he is not happy with that result.
Oh, well, he gets 4 bombs right next door. So
yeah,
if he's
got to be
perfect, he's got it.
He's got to be perfect.
We'll see if the power of the pause shots works. Oh!
And immediately he misses.
But now he has bombs, so we can go do a 10 count and get another 4-pack.
The Dongo did not want to play nice at all. Now, TruantGamer has 14 bombs. If he doesn't use them, he will be in good shape when he gets to that room. As looks like Saber's just trying to find anything that he can kill to start striving or start saving up that count, because he doesn't want to have to come back in here. He wants this to be his last tour of this nasty level 7 that these runners have been in multiple times. There's the power bracelet for TruantGamer.
The thing for Saber, though, there's a lot of bubbles in this room, so it's kind of eating up all of his enemies. Because enemies will respawn if there's bubbles in the room.
Well, here's the problem here, Dark Falls. If it's not bunnies, if it's not bubbles, it's bunnies. There's very few rooms that you can actually get a count stored on.
Or dig daggers.
Yeah, my goodness, there's nothing you can store a count on at this point. Starts counting them on the keys.
Yeah, then I guess you'd have to probably go out and kill that dig dagger with some bombs and maybe get 4 back. Well, that's 8. I mean, once he kills one Dongo, I think he gets a pack of 4, though, so...
Yeah, but the other thing is that he's got to hold on to his count all the way back into that room. And there he's going to go ahead and try to get the count on the... Oh, nice boomerang strats there for Saber. 1, 2, 3. There we go. But here's the thing. It took you 3 bombs to get that pack.
But now you can build up another 8 count and use this candle and kind of soften up that dig dagger and then get some bombs off of that. Well, no, because the Dig Dogger's gone now.
Yeah, the Dig Dogger's gone. So, TruantGamer here with the bombs. Ooh, be careful of those bombs here. Down to 5 of them, and I don't know if he's got either of them softened yet. 3 bombs remain.
You got it. Nice job, Truant.
Taken care of. It looks like Saber's now trying to save up a count on the old man. And he's going to kill a bunny for a bomb drop here on that forced drop. There it is. Nice work for Crystal Saber. And Crystal Saber trying to hold on to his count, not hit a death or not hit something at this point. Death Mountain is not where this level is. Now it can still be at the Master Sword or the Magical Sword location, but it's not at the grave. It's not on the top left corner of Death Mountain. TruantGamer trying to find where our last 2 remaining dungeons are.
Saber making his way back to the Dongos.
Yeah, 9 bombs, so he's got a little bit of room at this point. And don't forget, Crystal Saber at some point has to return to level 4, where the raft is, to get to Raft Island, where level 6 is. And there's level 5.
And he knows his bow's here, so he's going to have to pick that up. And that is the level 7 Triforce for Crystal Saber. Now he really has to get back to level 4 at this point.
Yes, absolutely. But he's going to be checking the power bracelet spots at this point versus going back to 4. There's the compass find right there for TruantGamer, so that's going to help out a little bit here, at least let him know what rooms he needs to really worry about and what rooms he doesn't need to worry about. Corridor staircase, Dark Falls, is this it?
Yes, it is. And TruantGamer now has his bow. Just needs his Triforce now, which isn't that far away from where he is. And then he's just got to find level 2.
Oh, it's a totally different direction than where he is at this point, but he knows where to go. He knows how to get there. Well, he doesn't know how to get there just yet, but he knows where to go. And more old news. Gleeok returns in the forest. Thank you, old man. Thank you so much for the late-breaking information.
Saber about to find level 5, but so at least he'll grab his bow. Which kind of will make him shy away from level 4 again, though.
So the 3 remaining items, by the way. Magical Boomerang, the bombs that take the place of the White Sword, and the Silver Arrows.
So, Rick, what do you think? Are Silver's going to be in level 2 or 9?
I want Silver's in 9 at this point. There's the other bomb upgrade. 20 bombs for TruantGamer.
That's always beautiful in a swordless seed.
Bad death for TruantGamer, though. Taking the death at this point, and we do see Crystal Saber trying to be careful. Now, don't forget, Crystal Saber is running on still green tunic at this point, as opposed to TruantGamer, which has the red ring.
To answer chat, if you look in the lower left corner of the screen, all of our dungeons are there with what items they have. The only thing that isn't on there is the book and the NE key at this point.
And the NE key was in level 8. The book was in level 1. And hi there, Goma. How you doing, buddy? And so Crystal Saver right at this point, gonna have to see if he chooses to go hunt down the bow, as he sees a nice, happy Goma right there, in one room north of where that staircase takes you out. So,
and this is Bo, I believe.
No, it's not. Bow's in the bottom right corridor staircase. Saber just did a reroute because he got locked out of this room that he just came out of when he went to the door to the south there that had the Goma.
With only a couple of rooms left, though, does he go back into level 5?
If you're Saber at this point, you almost have to. You're still missing out on the bow, you're still missing out on the silver arrows, and you don't have the other transport item at this point. I would be very, very stunned if he chose to leave 5 without getting the item. And it looks like Saber's just trying to get himself a count working. Down to a half a heart. Gonna have to be careful. This is not a fun room he's gonna be popping into. And what makes this worse is the fact that Staffos are part of this room group here with the Lionel, so you got beam swords throwing at you in all directions.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what Saber's trying to do. Saber's trying to build up a count so he can buy the bomb upgrade.
That's a heads-up play, because 20 bombs as well.
Just gonna have to be careful not to take a hit from anything here. Oh, there's a 16 fairy. Maybe that was planned, maybe. Oh, he just lost 2 hearts right there. Gotta be careful. TruantGamer lost Hills. Power bracelet. There's
Level
our 2. So 2 levels power bracelet blocked. 1 level ramp blocked.
What a seed. I don't think the recorder really helped him that much for having this so early.
Recorder had only 1 use, getting you back to the dungeons. There's our bait blocked, so we now know that the bait is not going to be required this seed.
So what is our item in level 2?
If TruantGamer really is wanting to be lucky, he'll find the silvers here. Otherwise, it could just very well be silvers and 9 type of thing.
I would say, if he sees a Triforce first, does he gamble and leave level 2?
I don't think you can gamble at this point on 2.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He also knows he's playing something like Crystal Saver.
It's a chance that you take, yes. We'll see if it happens. It could very well be an item that falls on the ground really, really fast. There's the Triforce. TruantGamer doesn't want it, so he wants to get the item.
Yep, he's gonna go for the item first. Smart play, I like it.
There's rooms in this too that you haven't explored. You know where everything else is. This tells you whether or not you had to go down a billion staircases in 9. I don't see why you would leave this level without the information. It's the magic boomerang. Silvers are in 9.
So we do have to go down those million staircases.
Saver getting the money he wants for the bombs. We'll pick up those bombs right now, get himself a 20 capacity. As TruantGamer, the first of these runners to get all 8 pieces of the Triforce to make his way to Vanilla Start. Where level 9 is this time around Dark Falls. We will be looking for several things in this level 9. What are they?
So first and foremost, we're going to be looking for the silver arrows. So every set of staircases that we find, we're going to want to hop down and see where they are. Most likely see where they connect to kind of eliminate 2 at once. Secondly, while we're doing that, we're going to be listening for the sound of Ganon. We'll be able to hear Ganon when he's 1 room away from us. And thirdly, on that travels, we'll be looking for a single shutter room that does not open, and we know that's where Zelda's hiding. After Ganon is killed, we're going to go back to that single shutter door. It'll open instantaneously.
I do want to point out that don't forget this is a double elimination tournament. If Saber loses this match, he is not eliminated. He just gets sent down to the bottom bracket. Oh good, there's wish robes in this 9. How fun! And who does he face in the basement if he ends up having to go down to the elimination bracket?
He will be facing the winner of Elendar and Ryan 7. And Truant will be going up, well, whoever wins will be going up against Zarnax 42.
Staircase 1? No. Just some great wish robes inside. So Saber now continuing through this level 5, wants to get to that bow. Oh, TruantGamer getting destroyed here, but that's where that red ring comes into play. Finds another staircase, a diamond staircase he's going to try to clip inside. And he finds another transport staircase.
Nice dodger on those Lamolas by Crystal Saber and 2 hearts.
Oh, Patra masked the roar of Ganon. There's Ganon, but we can't kill him just yet. Crystal Saber getting the bow. And TruantGamer's locked in with Ganon, can't escape. And without the silver arrows in his arsenal, can do no more than an up and A. But it's good to know where those silvers are. We come across another of our spiral staircases. Using the candle to help only use a half a heart, which is actually an eighth of a heart for TruantGamer. It turns out to be another transport staircase. Saber's about to find level 2. By the way, I think at this point that Saber, once he finds the magic boomerang in here, will know that well, he doesn't know that for certain, but will have a kind of an idea that the ref might be in 4.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if he heads back there sooner than later. But he does have a lot of power versus spots to check still.
And if I'm somebody in that elimination bracket, Saber's going to come ready for revenge, trying to get himself out of that basement. It's not the first tournament that Saber's been sent down into the elimination bracket at a relatively early spot in the tournament. And then he'll get back on the horse, and he'll end up moving on, and he will be a force to be reckoned with when he gets back into his next tournament match coming up.
Now, I mean, we're still calling this kind of like prematurely. We're nowhere near over yet.
It's not done and over with, yeah.
We still got to find Zelda. We still got to find those silvers. And Saber,
compass!
Saber's very adept at kicking to a second gear once he has everything he needs.
Oh, that's right above start, by the way. That is right above start where Zelda is. Alright, Saber, I think is down to just a couple more of the power bracelet spots to go here. We'll check the magical sword spot.
Well, he's floating. He might be heading to 4.
Will he head back to 4, or is he just doing this out of the convenience of checking the spots up on Death Mountain? He didn't want to go there, though.
Well, he's blowing twice. This looks like the path to 4.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's going back in. I think he may just be going to check the power bracelet spot. This is an easier warp to get down there. Goes inside, will not find level 6 there.
Finds a lot of money.
Now is the question, does he go back into 4? Is he going back into 4? Yes, he is!
Alright, so TruantGamer does have the lead. See if he can keep going on this pace, though.
Wizrobes guard the compass, which we already know.
I wasn't sure where the raft was. Is it right here?
Nope, it's the upper right corner.
Okay, so he's not too far away from it then.
He's on the right direction. He will get it in 2 rooms. Actually, I think 3 rooms. I think he's got to go down 1 also. Yeah, he's got to go down 1, but he will get that in 1 room.
I don't think the Triforce in 6 was too buried, so we'll see what play he makes when he picks it up.
Yeah, there's the raft pickup there for Crystal Saber. This race is not over with yet. Truant has not found where the silvers are. Down to a heart right now. I think he still has a potion, but I think he wants to hold on to it for the Ganon section.
Whenever there's wizards in the level 9, you can never discount anyone.
Whenever silvers are in 9, you can never discount anyone.
Touche.
And then he's going to use the potion up right now.
See where Saber heads to now. It looks like he might be heading to that level 6 spot.
And I think he's going to check the power break. No, has he already checked the power bracelet spot at start? Or is he heading right straight for there? It looks like he's heading right straight there. So Crystal Saber is heading for level 6. Which will be a good find for him. But TruantGamer, Diamond Staircase, is this the one? No. Ganon is not shielding the silver arrows right next to his house.
Alright, Saber's into level 6.
Oh, we have a corridor staircase. Is this the one? No!
Saber taking the first transport he sees. We'll see if he takes the Triforce and leaves.
If he goes to the left here, he will find the room that will have the red ring in it. This is also the direction. Oh, top right room. Here we go. Is this it? No!
Yeah, and a compass for Crystal Saber. He's gonna see the item right here.
Yep, there it is. This will be the red ring. This will tell Crystal Saber that the silvers are in 9. He is going to take the red ring. He's had several deaths in this seed. He wants to get that defense at this point, and he didn't go through the top section, so he's just going to go straight up to the north here and try to get this Triforce, and he is just around the corner from level 9, so as long as TruantGamer can't find the silvers, this is still a race. And Saber has the bow and arrow, switches over, so he's going to dispatch of these Pole's Voice quicker.
Yeah, just mows down the bunnies and still just continues to climb up this spine of level 6. Truant hasn't found either one of the items yet.
The worst thing to find if you're TruantGamer is the bombs first.
Yeah, because then you're just kind of scratching your head and thinking, where do I have to go now?
But it's just so much how your luck goes. Hey, Gleok, how you doing, buddy? Oh, God.
Here's everyone likes a 4-headed Gleok, huh?
Here's a double block room. There's Saber. He is in the room of the Triumph Force. We'll dispatch of these Tech Tights, and he will be heading to level 9. Oh boy, this race is not done and over with at 90 minutes in. TruantGamer does have the exploration advantage, but Saber is not out of this just yet.
I would say Saber probably has a bit of an offensive advantage, especially considering it's level 9. It's Wizards, I should say.
Yeah, and he's going to come in with 20 bombs, but at this point is very, very hard to forecast a winner. Is this a push block? Yes, it is. Is this the item? Yes, it is. It's the silvers.
So Truant knows what he has to do now. Now he just go kill Ganon and rescue Zelda.
Yeah, this here now has Saber on very limited time. TruantGamer gonna try to get himself to Ganon. The wand is what is used in swordless mode in order to do damage to Ganon. Since you can't use the wand normally to defeat him, it is just a randomizer mechanic. But it's gonna take a maximum of 8 wand hits to Ganon. And then you dispatch of him with the silver arrows. And here is the battle. TruantGamer versus Ganon. Fight.
Heart and a half, gotta be very careful, but Red Ring takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah, he's got
I think he has a potion.
Drivers, though. Oh, he takes one.
Does he have a potion?
No, he used it. What's unfortunate here for TruantGamer is that he's going to have to deal with this room here when he wants to try to get to Ganon. Now, he can try to eliminate some of the enemies in here, but he's getting beaten up pretty badly.
That's a room that won't respawn since all the bubbles in that room, so it might be the kind of thing where you kill the enemies just to be safe.
And then he takes another bob from Patra, and you gotta wonder if nerves are coming into play here for TruantGamer, knowing who he faces. One Hyrule driver, and he goes down once again, and he takes it. Oh no!
Ganon can just be tricky sometimes.
Saber has a very good idea where the princess is thanks to those 2 rooms with the shutter doors. He needs to find those silver arrows, however.
Nice clock get by Saber.
TruantGamer's about to get hit with another bubble. Or rather, get hit with another patch. Oh, he gets through him this time. That's nice. 2.5 hearts. Round 3. TruantGamer versus Ganon.
So that's what, 1 fireball and 2 hugs?
Hey, you can take more than the fireball right now. Takes 2 of them to lose your health at this point. Oh, gotta be careful still. Ganon his spawns are kind of a little off, but he does get him in the stun lock. There we go. TruantGamer gets him tackled down. And now it's time for TruantGamer to head on over towards the princess. And Dark Falls, at the beginning of this race, you were mentioning that we could see an upset in the making. And TruantGamer will have a few rooms to go, and then he will have pulled off what could be on paper a upset.
Well, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Truant put on a heck of a race.
Oh yeah,
played his seed very well.
Definitely,
and he won this match. That's what it came down to.
And give some credit here for TruantGamer finishing off this seed and defeating Crystal Saber to move on the top portion of this bracket.
So he joins Sis Crusher and Jam Evil as 2 of the only people who have beaten Saber in tournament play.
Who's that?
I said Truant joins Sis Crusher and Jam Eviler in one of the very few people who have beaten Crystal Saber in tournament play.
Yeah, that is right. But once again, you gotta realize that TruantGamer is no slouch to Zelda 1 Randomizer. Has been doing this for quite a while here, has been putting together quite the showings. As we do see Twinkle Twinkle Little Star turns out to be the credited name piece of the recorder tune. Thank you, Fred, for putting that identifier. But the official SRL time for TruantGamer 134.08, and joining us is the winner of the match, TruantGamer. GG.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey man, well played. Great race.
Thanks.
So talk us through the seed.
Yeah, I thought it was going pretty good in the beginning. Finding 8, 7, I found it, so I just went right into it. And then coming back up there, finding 1 was big. Getting the book and the wand. The book gave me so much information, and I kind of narrowed down at the end that I needed a power bracelet to find 2 and 5, and I just happened to pick the right rooms and just was all until that 9. That 9 was not fun, but we got through it.
Yeah, you had quite a bit of offense advantage. You found the red candle first, and then you found the wand quite a bit before Saber. I think you had a 15-minute advantage on the wand.
That's correct. So with that in mind, I'd like you to take a look at this race here, TruantGamer. Just break down where you felt you were in comparison to Crystal Saber throughout the entire 94-minute run.
I figured I was probably close within, 5 minutes either way. As I started to wind down the dungeons, I still had 8 and 7 to go back to. I started to get a little nervous that I was falling behind because it was starting to get a little easier. But when I knew I had the power bracelet block, I was that might have been what got me ahead. Even though I did check pretty much every whistle spot right away, I was hoping that maybe I had a overworld advantage going into 9.
So you found your raft on the first pass of level 4. Saber actually got to 4 early, but grabbed the Triforce and left. So we had to go back into 4 to get that raft to get to level 6.
Yeah, that might have been the seed game changer right there, because I completely forgot about it too until I took the warp stare and said, oh yeah, I gotta check the raft while I'm over here before I go bomb these, and it just worked.
Well, there's several things that came into play. As Dark Falls mentioned, you got the red candle before Saber did. So that meant you had a permanent weapon before Crystal Saber did, even though Saber had the knowledge of where the one and only bomb shop was. But on top of that, you got the wand out of 1 very early compared to Saber, and that allowed you to have a more prominent permanent weapon, which turned out to be needed for that level 7. Oh boy.
Yeah, once I knew bow was blocked in 5, it was definitely wand needed for those bunnies. Learned that lesson the hard way in Swiss, and yeah, that helped. And now that you say that he had the bomb location, that kind of made me nervous too when I finally found that, because bombs were not easy to come by in the beginning, although the bomb upgrades definitely.
Yeah, both of you guys had some issues getting bombs. I think it was 18 minutes before one of you actually had explosive devices to use against enemies. That was tough as well. It was an interesting seed all over. Saber opted not to get the book, which may have also altered some of his decisions on regards to not finding out that the bow was in 5 or the raft was in 4, but he was able to deduce it once the spots on the overworld became narrower. So, GG to you. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
This tournament doesn't get any easier. Who does it he has to face in the next round?
He has Zarnax42, who won his match earlier tonight. And then the winner of that will face either Antlers or Karakarn, so another 2 juggernauts.
what in your mind is the hardest aspect of competing these flags, these bracket flags, Truant?
I'd probably have to say second quest dungeons are probably the worst for me because I'm not as familiar with them. I've played a few more since this started, so I've gotten better at them, but they still kind of throw me off a little bit with some of the added things it brings along with the walkthrough walls and extra muggers and placement and everything. I think I've gotten the mirrored overworld understood pretty well at this point.
So, with that being said, how happy were you to find out that it was a full-out first quest underworld this seed?
Oh, I was ecstatic. I found 9 first. I went back in to check just to verify that it was first quest 9, so I could mark those. And then when I found 1, I picked it up pretty quick that was that. And I knew I was happy because I was a lot better at it, but I also realized that probably also helped Saver out, so I needed to definitely kick it into.
So what we see Saber trying to do at this point, he's trying to plan out that bomb so he could get both of the red whiz robes at the same time. Finally got him in a setup where he can actually do some damage, and I think Saber knows exactly what's going to be in the staircase as he torches it, and there are the silver arrows for Crystal Saber. And yeah, I think the body language says it right enough right there, Dark Falls.
Let's see how many candle shots he throws at the silvers. Just picks them up.
He's got a C to finish. He'll just do the twirling around here with the keys in this room.
He's going to use the candle to kill himself to get back to Ganon faster. So, Ganon was a little mean to you, to say the least.
Oh, that got me panicked. I started to get nervous because I already had the path. I knew there was a straightforward path with a little bit of pain getting through, and then I realized I had arrows to kill the Pole's voice and loosen that room up. But yeah, after the first death, I was getting a little worried. The second death, I started to panic, but the third one, I just tried to slow play it and keep my hearts up, and I knew go down one and take that staircase, and that got me to Zelda right away.
Saber's very close to the Ganon fight. Just did the reverse C, well, the spiral staircase, I should say. We actually didn't see Ganon at first for the patcher blocking his voice.
Yeah, and when I stumbled into that room, I was hoping I could bomb right and get out of there without having to waste my full health, but that was fine. I had 1 potion in reserve. I didn't want to spend it until I got low on health over there in the corner, and then I didn't want to die and be that far away. I still didn't know where silvers were.
His spawn pattern was kind of weird. It's kind of weird for Saber, too.
Well, on top of it, Saber decided to play it a melody before he got the first hit on Ganon. There we go. Silver arrows hit to you, Ganon. Well, first we're going to play him another melody as we wish him to the stars above.
And Saber is on his way back to where Zelda is. Just a few rooms away himself. Door opens, Saber goes through it.
And
going to play a song for Zelda.
Looks like we're going to be playing another melody here for Link. And... and there we go. We finished this seed off. Crystal Saber finishing official time 144 flat. GG's for both of our runners, TruantGamer and Crystal Saber. While we wait for Crystal Saber to come on in here, Dark Falls, we have one match on the schedule for tomorrow. What is it?
That would be at 12:30 tonight. Actually, it'd be on Roost Slugs and Dig Shake.
Ooh, that's right. I forgot about that. We do have a match coming up tonight. So that's going to be here on Speed Gaming 2 coming up in about 45 minutes from now. So Dark Falls back.
And let me grab that. And while we're doing that, if you guys liked what you saw tonight, please give both our runners a follow, TruantGamer and Crystal Saber, for a heck of a match. A special shout out to our behind-the-scenes tracker, Azrin. And of course, please follow my co-account today, Adirondack, for doing the fantastic job as he always does. And it looks like tomorrow we have Sidetown versus Liquid Husband at 9:30. So that should be a good match. Two evenly placed players, I would say. Don's going to be pretty competitive.
So Truant Gamer, before we get Saber in here, did Saber really eat it?
That is pretty funny that it worked out that way, because I was just going for a pun on Savor It for the race, and that's funny that it's Savory.
And speaking of Saber, welcome Crystal Saber to the room.
Hello.
And as we see him type into his file names, way to go, Truant, as proper sportsmanship here from Crystal Saber. Your thoughts on the seed as a whole?
I am just so happy that Truant beat me. Good game, Truant. You deserve it. Thank you for knocking me down to the loser bracket. Now everybody's brackets is broken, and we're going to have fun down there. The seed as a whole was interesting. I had to clear the whole entire overworld to find basically every item I needed in order to find 6, and then to find the power bracelet blocks, and only one bomb shop, and yada yada yada. Wand was easy to find, and I missed it until like 50 minutes in.
Oh yeah, a nice easy wand to find that you had to kill a lamb mola to get to.
Yeah, it took me a while to actually figure that out. When did you get the wand?
I got it pretty early, I believe, like within a half hour.
Nice.
It was about a 15-minute difference, give or take.
Yeah, Crystal Saber ended up getting the red candles second, got the wand second, and never picked up the book. So why did you not pick up the book in this case there, Saber?
I kept debating back and forth. I'm like, book, okay, that's going to add fire if I ever find a wand. Okay, I'm kind of too far behind, skip it. And then I'm like, wait, what if I need it for level 9 hints? And then, like, I kept debating whether I want to go back, and I'm like, I made my decision, roll with it.
Turned out that the hint told you that the power bracelet was in 7, the bow was in 5, and the raft was in 4. Never told you that you needed the raft to get to 6. Never told you that the power bracelet was needed to get into 2 or 5, but it did tell you where the bow and the power bracelet and the raft, which all were required this seed. It told you in those hint shops.
I believe it also told you where the book was.
Yeah, we were laughing at that.
Yeah, you gotta buy the book to get, or you gotta find the book to get the hint about the book. You gotta love when that shows up as a hint.
I also love how I kept skipping level 4's item because I got the early Triforce, I think, and I'm just like, I don't need the item. Crap, I need the item.
At least when you went back to 4, it was a quick trip to you because you went the right direction.
You mean the top direction?
Well, you did have to go right to get to it.
Sure. Half credit. Okay,
good. I get a half credit. Yay!
I need to know. How's your level 9?
It was unpleasant. Finding those silvers were definitely a slog. I went through, I must have did 75% of it, eventually finding the right way around to get up that way. I was hoping it was up there because the top northwest quadrant was pretty much inaccessible to me, so I was hoping it was somewhere around Zelda, and I figured it was going to be.
Yeah, when I found it, I immediately thought you instantly found it, but it seems like we both had fun in level 9.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was no hint about the silver arrows being in 9 or what quadrant they were going to be, so there was really no help that book gave you inside that level 9. I mean, it told you that Wizrobes guard the compass after TruantGamer found the.
And Zelda's location was kind of simple to find. Ganon, of course, masked by Patra, so.
Yeah, you both ended up finding Ganon by way of that northern section through Patra, and that was, but it is what it is. Crystal Saber, have fun down there in that in the elimination bracket.
So
I'll see if I can last.
Talk about that. You'll have one of 3 people, one of 5 people, I should say. You'll have either Sausage Link, Angry Larry, Zeb Gedney, Crystal Saber. No, sorry, not Crystal Saber. Adaginos or Chest Jerk.
Give me Adaginos.
Versus Crystal Saber versus Crystal Saber. Oh my goodness, that'd be a fun match.
Just duplicate my screen on both sides for every stream.
Who gets into level 9 first? But yeah, so any of those 5 people should be a fun match for you.
It's gonna be interesting either way. I'm gonna look forward to it. When does that due? Is that like due by next Saturday?
Okay, so Eldar and Ryan 7 have to do their match within the next week. The winner of that will face you next, and then you'll go from there.
All right, got it. Gotcha. Once again, GG Truant, and thank you. You deserve it. Thank you, Rick and Dark Falls for the commentary, and Speed Gaming for the restream, and the tracker. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Saver. I appreciate that, and thanks to everyone else behind the scenes too. This was fun.
Your name's gonna be up there with Sis Crusher and Zeb Gendy, the Titan Crushers of Zelda 1 right now.
Well, we'll see how the remainder of this tournament goes for both of you. GG's to both of you on this seed. Go ahead and delete this off your hard drive. At least this time the wand wasn't in 9.
Alright, so once again, please follow both our winners, Crystal Saver and TruantGamer, for a heck of a match. And from all of us at Speed Gaming, we thank you, and we will see you all in the next race. Everyone have a great evening.
And before we click that end broadcast button, don't forget, coming up in 36 minutes from now, Dig Shake versus Roost Slugs in the late night race. Who's going to find Ganon? Who's going to find Zelda first? Find out. That's coming up 36 minutes from now here on Speed Gaming 2. And then, of course, Sidetown versus Liquid Husband tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. No restream channel set up just yet. Give you more updates as we come along throughout the next 24 hours. Good night, everyone.